Welcome back, and on set is none other than Miss Javelle Frank, extraordinaire performer. She has been performing perhaps most of your life, perhaps? A long time.
A long time.
A long time.
A long time.
Tell us about Miss Javelle Frank. Who is Miss Javelle Frank? How far back do you span? Tell us about you, your developments, what you do, stuff. Go ahead, tell us, talk to us.
First of all, Javelle Frank is a child of God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm truly blessed to be a servant of the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords.
All right.
I am the eldest of eight siblings.
All right.
And I am a mom.
All right, of course.
Yes, I'm a mom. I'm a mother of 3 beautiful daughters.
There you go.
Yes, there you go. I am a radio announcer,
Of course.
at the National Broadcasting Corporation
All right.
for the last 3 years. But I've been in the broadcasting business for 14 years.
14 years.
Yes. Where my singing is concerned, I started since I was in primary school. I remember getting that exposure in primary school. You know, I never knew that I can sing. Yes, so, you know, there's where it started. But, you know, in primary school, you sort of want to go on the stage and you do your thing and it's just sing another song, you know. But I gave it more consideration about 7 years ago. Yes. 4 years I competed in the National Carnival festivities. Yes.
That's a local. Of
Yes.
course, of course.
Yes. 4 years.
All right.
3 of the 4 years I made it into the finals.
All right.
I just woke up one morning and decided to, you know, I want to give Calypso a try, and I did, and it worked out pretty well. But in 2014, something amazing happened to me, and you know, when I look back at my life and see where God has actually brought me from, you know, He actually blessed me with this wonderful idea to host a gospel program on radio, and He set up the right people to sort of, you know, serve it to me, basically. And when all that happened, it just took off from there. So I'm a host of a gospel program that people say is the most dynamic in the country. It's called Joyful Praise on the National Broadcasting Corporation. And here am I have not done anything musically within the last 3 years. So here am I at Platinum Search International.
What attracted you to this program? Tell us about your transition as we see you moving from the audition phase to this chair as a top 10 delegate.
The first time after registration, as a matter of fact, I was one of the late entries. I actually registered on the deadline, the date of the deadline. And when I came in, my expectations were not so high because, you know, I say it's another show, but what jumped out at me is gospel. And I was saying, you know, I haven't done anything within the last 3 years, so maybe this is something I could, you know, feel what it's like and so on. But I think when I got to the 3rd stage, which is the 3rd audition, which is the last elimination period, I think there's where it really hit me that this is something big, this is something serious. The names sort of jumped out at me. Platinum Search International, that's not something to take for granted, but I did take it for granted in the earlier stage. Another reason why I took it for granted as well, it fell in the midst of my testing period of my life. I'm fully aware of what it is, because when you want to move up in your relationship with the Almighty God, He has to throw these roadblocks and these sort of things to see how you deal with it. You know, so with all these examinations and so on, and Platinum Search in the midst of it, I'm like, Lord, what is this? But then I come to learn how to embrace my trials and engage God at the same time. So where I'm at right now in this competition, I really don't like the word competition, Mr. Gladstone, I like to say ministry, but where am I in this ministry is, Lord, whatever is your will for me, let it be done.
Right at the point where the biggest thing could happen in your life is the very point where the opposite influences tend to trip in and activate themselves to deny you that right or that privilege.
Yes.
And I have to say this to all my viewing audience. Yes, this is something you don't take for granted, because right at that moment when you see you are going to make that breakthrough, you got to expect opposite reactions from all angles. But you have to understand that is when you need to push if you're going to succeed.
That's right.
And I'm happy that you made your mind up and you have found the courage to pursue. And here you are as a top 10 delegate.
Yes.
In this program. When you look at yourself as a seasoned performer, I'm sure it must have been a challenge getting to this point. But at the same time, you look at the achievements, you look at where you are as a person, as a performer at this point. How do you feel about the transition? How have you benefited from this?
Well, the transition, obviously it was not a smooth one, because when I was performing, it's not really that you've been assessed, probably when you reach the final stage of any competition or anything, you're being judged by a panel of people. But from the very beginning of this program, there were judges, and you would hear the comments and these sort of things, and it sort of helps to enhance what the Lord has blessed me with.
That's the idea.
Yes, and that enhancement it worked out pretty well. Let me just throw this in as a bit of humor. As one of the judges say, a little bit shouty, but it helped me to kind of tone me down, bring me down a little bit, and be a little bit more intimate through song, So, and when you go through that molding process, oh my God, yes, brings you out fine as gold.
In closing, what would be your final words to your friend? You want to invite them out to the national presentation? What? Talk to them.
Definitely. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I am inviting you personally to come and support us at the night of the finals of the Platinum Surge International. For those of you who will be hearing this program by way of radio, it's not too late for you to book your flight and land at the Argyle International Airport, our new airport, the newest in the region, and come and be a part of this. Let's celebrate together, because I would need my people to be there with me, when I big up God one time, but at the same time, I want you to celebrate the sweet victory, because these hot battles that I'm actually facing right now, I know at the very end the victory will be real sweet. So you need to come out and support me.
It's gonna be a praise party, April 1.
Amen.
Victoria Park, the biggest thing in St. Vincent. God help us. I'm so happy to have you on board, Miss Javelle Frank, and thanks for being a part of this interview.
Yes.
We're going to take you to a popular song by Miss Frank in just a moment. Don't touch the dial.
Assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, arrow salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood.